Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren and I'm Maureen. So in today's episode, you're going to be listening to a story of a content creator who is a Russian by origin but lives in America. Right now, he's facing a 24-year sentence for being unruly in the Philippines. Right. My question is, okay, I've seen a lot of creators who go, especially Americans, nothing against Americans, but I've seen a lot of them get in trouble for going into another country to pull off some pranks, except that in this case this creator was very disrespectful to the culture and authority in Philippines, right? So what did he do and why did he land a 24-year sentence, and why does his country not want anything to do with him? Let's watch this video and then you come back and talk about it. You can also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel and leave us a comment on what you think about this episode. Let's watch.
Y'all, they gonna give that man 24 years in prison. That content creator who thought it was a good idea to harass the people in the Philippines, y'all have to understand, being a content creator does not mean you are above the law. I swear, people get a camera and think they can just say and do whatever they want, and especially in a foreign country. Vitaly has to prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. Do you understand me? I need to see it happen because I'm so tired of these pranksters, and they call themselves content. It goes up. They up the ante, and they don't care about the people who are around them. Now let this be a lesson to you. Stop going to foreign countries and thinking you're above the law. I love to see these kind of cases because it humbles people as they should be humbled.
You want to see what $1.20's worth of meals a day, that's 40 cents a meal 3 times a day, does to a person in 2 months in this most satisfying fuck around and find out updates with Vitaly in the Philippines? So if you remember, Vitaly is facing 25 years in a prison in the Philippines. And if you remember, the Filipino government is stating that they're not going to deport him until he finishes the sentence there. At which point, if he finishes 25 years, he'll be 61 years old when he gets out. And Vitaly is staying at the Bicutan Detention Center, which is not only severely overcrowded, but it is disgusting. And at Bicutan, they only get $1.20's worth of meal a day, which split up into 3 meals equals 40 cents a meal. And this is what Vitaly looked like when he went into Bicutan. And this is what he looks like today. And it's obvious that Vitaly has lost significant mass in just 2 short months. I mean, he went from this to that. And I'm not advocating for inhumanity. I'm just saying fuck around and find out.
You're speaking for the Filipino people when I say you're not going to come here and fuck with the locals for views.
What are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah,
I'm going to tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people fucking with others and putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my
I have watched your streams and you're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too.
Have a good one. Stay safe.
Don't fucking touch me before I knock you the fuck out.
You're not going to knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you going to do?
I guarantee you're not going to knock me out.
Yo, back off.
Fucking walk.
Oh, what are you going to do about it? We're the most dangerous hood in Manila.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Give me. Oh, well. Get off. Get off.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Need to go to the hospital.
What? Come on.
The country's literally said that they're gonna use him as an example. Y'all don't understand how deep this is, bro.
And people are saying once the prisoners find out what he did and how he disrespected the country, they might try to keep him in jail.
Yeah, fam.
Can I shove this up your butt? Madam, I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine.
The Philippines, did you see it, Vitaly?
Yeah.
The president of the Philippines
made a whole video.
A reaction
video.
nandun, yung mga kasama ko siya, I think,
He was in the nice parts of the Philippines. And like the Manilas, you know what I mean? Imagine he did that in the hood parts, like the real ghettos. Like,
I mean, regardless, he's in jail and prison right now.
like Speed, that's how you do it. You go to the country and you show the culture. You don't mess with the culture, fam. I seen this guy taking a police guard's hat and running away. Like,
I know.
fam, you're 40 years old. Why are you still doing this?
Yeah.
For clicks, bro? What?
It's kind of crazy.
So guys, welcome back. The biggest question you're asking before we even analyze this episode today is, how many of you agree with the government of Philippines? Do you think they tackled this the right way, or some of you think it was a little harsh? So for me, I do feel like this was a duly awarded punishment, because when Vitalis first landed in the Philippines, I do remember his videos got suggested to us a lot on TikTok, you know, and I do believe that whatever he used to do was a very big menace to the Philippine people. And also, as you can see, the people he used to harass are people who are just generally chill people, right? They are just minding their own business, you know. Another thing I wanted to ask is, this guy, how old again is he? 40 years old, and he's behaving like a
Actually,
little boy.
when he
was arrested, he was 33 years old. So the person who said he's 40 years old said it out of, you know, to embarrass him. But we generally get that he is too old to be pulling such stupid pranks. Right, and I feel like he was being a nuisance. Imagine just walking up, like, and him being very unruly. Like, for example, the clip where he was telling that woman, you know, for a normal citizen, when you're walking, you don't expect for it to be a prank. Just imagine someone just, you know, springing up on you and telling you, if you don't stop, I'm gonna rob you. How are you supposed to be reacting to that? Even if this person tells you it was a joke or it was a prank, you're still not gonna look at them the same way. And then him being a nuisance in the streets, you know, taking people's bike, taking people's mode of transport, and these people are working. He even tried to take a gun from a security guard. And you know, one thing with Vitali is he's the kind of person who annoyed anyone and everyone, disrespected everyone, so long as it meant getting him views and so long as it meant getting him paid, you know. Yeah, and I feel like, okay, I do understand the essence that right now a lot of people are on social media, and right now most people on social media are looking to make money from it. And I do understand the aspect that because of that, there's high competition on all these platforms, and you're looking for that X factor that is gonna make you stand out, you
from
know,
the rest of the content creators.
Of course, you look at somebody like Mr. Beast, and you can't just help but sit down and imagine the amount of money someone like Mr. Beast is making from YouTube, you know. And you sit down and look at Charlie D'Amelio, I think she's called Charlie D'Amelio or something like that, the TikTok star, during her glory days. You look at Kabilem, and you look at these people and you're like, the amount of money they're making for them to be able to live comfortably and not even go for a regular 9-to-5 job, you know. And I'm like, I don't understand. There is competition because there's those little creators who don't make as much as Mr. Beast, but they still manage to make a living off of it. The trick is where you have to formulate a plan where you'll get an audience that will watch you, and something, that little X factor that's gonna make you stick out to your audience for them to be to keep on coming back to your channel, you know.
Right, and as content creators, it can get quite addictive trying to look for your golden goose, or trying to look for that X factor that will make the whole world who are on the internet be glued to your channel.
Right.
It gets to a point it becomes an obsession, you know. But this is where you draw the line between doing YouTube to earn and doing YouTube and becoming a menace to other people in order to earn.
Right. I feel like gone are the days where a creator would just go out in public and do a prank and then cry when shit starts hitting the fan. They cry out that it was a prank. Gone are those days. Nowadays, people don't tolerate that. This case reminds me of another famous case of another American, although has a Somali origin. He was called, I think, Johnny Somali, if I'm not wrong. This guy was such a menace. He moved from country to country, disrespecting the culture, the women, and generally the people there, you know. And, you know, if you know these Asian countries, you know they're laid-back people and they're just chill people. They don't like rowdiness here. And then the fact that he was black didn't even make it...
No.
for him, race had nothing to do with his case. No, I'm just saying purely his bad behavior that got him in trouble. Right, and the fact that he was a black person, kind of representing the whole black nation when he goes to, because these countries, they don't look at you being American. They don't single you out. They look at you as a unit, and if you're black, it's even worse for the black community. Is what I'm saying. So this Johnny Somali was originally, by ethnicity he is Somali, but he's an American, right? So he went to Asia and he kept on doing those things, and when they have an arrest warrant for him because he was becoming a menace, he skips the country, goes on to his next country. Did that in Japan, got away with it. I don't know which other country, but where they actually managed to catch him was when he went to do this in Korea. Korea didn't tolerate his nonsense, and there's clips of him going to a train, I think, and he started being a menace in that train and making everybody uncomfortable, you know. And then he went to a shop where Koreans have this law where they're not supposed to be drinking in public, but this guy decided to disregard the whole entire culture. He sat down drinking, becoming a menace, and he was opening noodles that he hasn't paid for, you know, eating it there and just abusing everybody. He ended up being arrested. Yeah, the worst thing he did was he disrespected a statue that represented an important part of history for that country, and it was a female statue, you know. So his arrest warrant was drawn out and he was arrested. Right now, I don't know how that case ended up, but he was also facing similar charges. And what you're saying is, content creators like Johnny Somali and this one Vitali, they ruin the whole pot for content creators in general who are looking to go into these Asian countries to make content. And they're also ruining the name of the countries they're representing, you know, because for Vitali's case, Filipino government refused to give him back to his government. But finally, when they were willing to take him either to Russia or to America, both countries refused him. So meaning he's gonna have to serve his 24-year sentence in Philippines. And right now, it's just been 2 months after he was arrested, and he's now skin and, well, he's not literally skin and bones, but he's well on his way over there. Yeah, he's losing weight and drastically. And you know, the saddest part of all this situation is that it could be avoided, but I feel like he was craving so much, he was attention seeking so much that he forgot that he needs to be human and he needs to respect other people, especially if you're in a foreign country. And what gets you is the fact that even the president of the Philippines had to be involved in this, and even after that, this guy didn't seem to be respecting anybody, right? Because when the president of Philippines was making his speech, he was just behind the president making funny faces and making funny gestures, you know. But right now he looks like his life has humbled him in prison, because even when he met with a foreigner, I don't know where the other foreigner was coming from. He seemed to be white, right? The foreigner tried to talk him out of the bad behavior he was doing in public, but he was acting all tough and he wasn't listening to a word that the foreigner was saying, you know. So guys, for content creators, that is, and also just tourists in general, when you go to new places, please try and find out the laws in that country, what is acceptable and what is not. Even if you are in a dire position to make content in order for you to earn, just respect people and their culture in general. Yeah, right. Because I think he was thinking his American and nothing his Americanism would protect him, you know, because there are times that in the past pulling that card would have helped you a long time ago. There was a point where if you went to a country and you were in trouble, your American passport would literally save you, you know. But right now, America is not in a position to, like, you as an American, you're not in a position to brag about coming from America, as especially if you're in the wrong, because this one, he was just a disgrace. I even understand why the American government and the Russian government want nothing to do with his case. You know, you know, if it was something serious like a diplomatic issue that has found an innocent citizen in an Asian country, now that is where the government should step in. But if in such a silly case like this, I do feel like his mother failed to teach him good manners, so the world is teaching him that good manners on his mother's behalf, you know. Because there's also another content creator, I don't know how many of you guys know iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed was in Asia around the same time or after this person was arrested, and he's doing very clean content of over there promoting the culture. You know, he didn't have to be disrespectful to anybody, to any old person, in order for his voice to be heard on the internet, right? And I feel like this guy was taking his dares to a whole new level, because how do you go to a place where you don't know their laws and disrespect a police officer? You know, anyway, it's quite sad to see what he was doing in Philippines, but I can say that it got handled. And if they normally say, don't wait to learn from your own experience. You should always learn from another person's experience. If there's any content creator out there who is thinking or dreaming or is even doing this right now in a foreign country, I hope they look at this and they learn from it. Right, so guys, let us know what you think about this episode, and also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel, and we'll see you on our next episode.